Hi everybody, I'm Kim Shedd. I'm the Director of Spalding Support Services, and I wanted to thank you for being a part of our 30th anniversary celebration. Today we have a video for you that kind of shares some of the 30 years of memories and some very special interviews with some people who were founding members, people who are individuals that receive services from us, some parents and family members, and some board members. So please join me in thanking Vince Versillo for his participation in development of this, and our Public Relations Committee, who's chaired by Caroline Gattino. Enjoy the show. So this is Dr. and Mrs. Falcone, who were founding members of Spalding Prey Residence Corporation at the time. And I would like to hear from them about the beginning, what inspired them to start the agency, and maybe a few little points about actions that they took to get it started.
Well, it all started back at the old McCarthy School with Viola Hall as a principal. And there were about maybe 30, maybe 40 students in the school. The school was well equipped with a kitchen and so forth. But there were at least 5 or 6 of these students who would get together for birthday parties, and this was continuous. We one house to another house, and we decided, and they decided, they wanted to live away from their homes because they saw their brothers and sisters going off, and they thought they would like to be independent too.
Well, I don't know so much if it's the children so much as the parents.
And the parents.
Because we knew very well that there will be an end at age 21. What do we do? So that was important, that we found a place where those children who have known each other through through school actually, could live together, and that was really that was the force behind us. Really pushed us to do something.
At the time, our options were limited. The children could be institutionalized or placed in a developmental center, and hopefully they could live independently. So we as parents got together and talked about this, and we decided that when the time came from the school was finished, that they could go into a group home that the parents would own privately, and that was a challenge. That was the original thought. We approached Bernice Schultz. Bernice Schultz was admirable, fantastic, helpful. She was in social work and knew all the regulations that were required to develop a group home.
Yeah.
So the parents got together with Bernice, and we petitioned the State Department of Mental Hygiene to have us form a private group home, privately owned, and they agreed. A little discussion, but they did agree. At the time, they were just beginning the process of closing the developmental center, and they needed a place to place their residents, so we were helpful in that regard.
Oh, that's all you can live in.
We found a home on Spalding Avenue, 168 Spalding. It was owned by Mr. Roberts. The home was ideal. We expected some neighborhood resistance, as in those days was always resistance to group homes. But we did a private research of the neighbors, and one or the other of us parents would go to one neighbor or another, and we'd sit down, have coffee, and visit and talk to them what our intentions were. So we met with very little resistance, and the home finally was opened. It was 1981, 82.
introduce yourself. What's your name?
Roseanne.
Roseanne. What's your last name?
Roseanne.
A little louder.
Roseanne Albanese.
Roseanne Albanese. And where do you live?
Lancaster.
Where was that?
Lancaster.
Lancaster. Yeah, you live at Lancaster here in Spalding.
Yeah.
You've been here a long time, right?
Yeah.
And do you like it here? You have a lot of fun? Yeah, and what do you like to do? Where do you go on Saturdays?
Take Shelly home.
Take Shelly home, and then?
Michael's. Take my coupon.
You take your coupons to Michael's.
Who's going to take me? You?
Yeah, sometimes I take you. And what do you like to do here also?
Do latch hook.
Your latch hook, yep. And yeah, so you like it here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. So this is for a Christmas special. You want to say Merry Christmas?
Merry Christmas.
Very good. Thank you, Rosie.
I would like to introduce you to Susan Henry. Susan is a guardian of somebody who receives services from Spalding, and she has been willing to share with us today a little bit about what Spalding means to her, how we've benefited her, and the person that she is the guardian to.
Hi, Teddy is my nephew who has special needs, and he's 24, and I've had Teddy since he was 12. My mother helped with Teddy a lot. In the year that my mother died, I didn't know where to turn, what to do, because I felt as though I was all alone with Teddy, but then Spalding stepped in, and they were my guardian angels. So if I start to cry, they helped me find services for Ted. They told me where I needed to go and what I needed to do. They helped set up after school care for Teddy, and then Teddy graduated in a year, and they also helped me find daycare for him. Without Spalding, I wouldn't have the peace of mind of having Teddy cared for every day. He also goes every few weeks to guest house, which is fantastic. And he goes for the weekend, and I can actually get things done at home and not worry about if Teddy's okay, because I think sometimes that he likes being there more than he likes being with me. And without Spalding, I don't think that I would have been able to care for Teddy the way I can now and work and get everything done for him. And I appreciate everything that you guys do for me and for Ted.
Let me share with you a little bit about the present of Spalding Support Services, which leads to our future. I'd like to introduce you to Mark Pop.
Thank you, Kim. Much appreciated. Very glad to be here. I've been involved with Spalding Support Services approximately 6 months. My mother-in-law made the initial suggestion, and I'm very glad to be here. My sister-in-law, Alan Moran, received services, so I feel like I'm part of the organization. I have learned that funding has been a challenge for the organization, and increasingly going forward it will be a challenge. So the organization needs to be creative and aggressive in finding funding and getting people involved with the organization. My background and kind of my strength is sales, business development, communications, interpersonal relations, so I am very excited about doing anything that I can to help out the organization to, number one, increase awareness, and number two, help to bring in funds to the organization. So I'm very excited to be part of the organization going forward, and I think that by getting a number of people committed to spread the word and to stand up and try to increase support, that the future will be very strong for the whole organization. I laughed myself.
Okay, my name is Gary Nye, and I'm through Spalding Living Services, and I like the way they treat me nice in picnics and parties. And Kim Shat is a wonderful person of Spalding Living Services, and Caroline, Kim, and all the people around me. They do a nice job on these picnics and parties. They do such a nice job, and they're just like family to me. And they treat me just well, and they're like family, one big happy family in Spalding Living Services. And they call me the mayor of Syracuse, around Syracuse, New York. And Gary's my legal guardian. And if it wasn't for these people from Spalding, I'd be lost without them. And especially Caroline, we always get together for coffee, and we do fun things together, especially on the holiday. And Kim Shat, she needs a raise, and she needs a promotion. Good job. Keep up the good work.